study, we started to talk about decision making and problem solving. And we classified people in making decisions to 6 types: realistic people, investigative people, artistic people, social people, enterprising people, and conventional people. And we talked about the realistic people. Now we'll talk about investigative people. Investigative people usually, they like to dig deep in details. They need more information to make a decision. An investigative person, he will look for more details because he wants to make a decision from his viewpoint, of course, to make a correct decision. That's why he asks for a lot of information. He is inquisitive enough to ask a lot of questions before even he makes any decision, even if that decision was so simple and silly. He wants more information. He can't rush to make a decision. He can't go ahead. He can't be hasty because he needs more time than the others to make a decision. That is why he delays his decisions. And maybe he is the slowest one in making decisions because of the process of collecting information, gathering information. This will take a lot of time. Of course, when he is in the process of collecting information, gathering information, he will just take longer time than any other type of a person who can make a decision. Investigative people, they are very analytical. They analyze the data they have. They analyze the information they collect, and then they come up with the solution at the end of the day. Of course, they first gather information, then they start to analyze these information, and of course, after this analysis, they will just have choices and options. When they reach the point of choices and options, they will start to see which is the best option among the options they have. 3, 4, 5, whatever number of options, they will start to choose the best option among the options they have. So they will take this long time. After making the decision, choosing the best option, then they go to evaluating their choice. And of course, when they start to evaluate their choice, they still need more time to make a decision. When they evaluate their decision, their option, they start to change some tactics and do some changes according to that evaluation. That is why this type of a person, investigative person, he will just wait for a moment after he just evaluate to see is his decision was correct or no. And sometimes this type of a person, he will just stop making the decision according to the evaluation of taking that decision, because he will just think that maybe he was wrong, and when he discovered that he is wrong, he will stop proceeding in the option that he has chosen. So this person, investigative person, he is having like a process of reaching a decision which is different from the other decision makers. See you after the break. Welcome back. Now we have talked about the realistic people in making decisions. We have talked about the investigative people in making decisions. Now we will start to talk about the artistic people and how they make their decisions. Artistic people usually are creative and innovative. They don't like to follow the process of investigative people. They always look for new areas because they think out of the box. They start to think differently because they want to reach the best solution, the best choice, the best decision, according to a creative way when they think differently from the others. And if we just remember the Lamborghini guy who was thinking of making a decision who to take with his in his car to his destination or her destination, when he had chosen to give the car keys to his friend to drive the old lady and then to stay with his beloved, so that was a very creative solution, a very creative decision, to solve this issue. Artistic people, they are intuitive, and they follow their feelings. That is why designers and graphic designers, directors, cameramen, and people who work in this field, usually they think differently. That's why we call them creative people. Creative people or artistic people, they insist to make a decision that is different from the others' decisions. Now let's move to the fourth type of people who make decisions, which is called the social person. Sociable people, usually, they think of people before they just make the decisions. Actually, when you come to a sociable person and you want him to make a decision, the first thing he will think about, how does this decision affect the others? Because he cares about the others a lot, and that is why he will just think of the people. Because he is a people person, he will think about others and how are they affected by his decisions. That is why when we talk about leadership, let's say, a good leader is the person who has got a social part. Who is strong socially, who thinks of the people when he makes decisions. And of course, out of emotional intelligence and out of social skills and abilities, he will see how this decision will affect the environment as a whole. And of course, focusing on the human part, which is the feeling for the others and putting himself in their shoes. Sociable people are usually helpful in making decisions. They like to help others, and they are ready to give hand to a person who is in need for him. That is why his decisions are always human. Thank you very much.